There are so many instances where you may not get a position and you knew that you were the most competent person for it. You also knew, or you thought, that you didn't get the position, not because of your competence, but because someone else may have done a favor for someone, or they may know the person that is hiring. That could be the case. And in most cases, or in some cases, we know that to be true. But what if it wasn't your competence? If all things were equal, what if it truly was your power? Let's talk about it. If you're new here, I'm Laura. I am a C-suite executive, a personal brand coach, a mom, and a wife. On this channel, I create content on modern elegance, career mastery, and a little bit of style. So ladies, in this episode, we are going to talk about those 7 power moves that all elegant CEOs make. These are power moves that are going to set you apart from everyone else. So the first power move, ladies, is the presence paradox. Now, if you haven't watched my video, I created a video and it's called How to Command Respect at Work and Beyond. In this video, I go into detail on presence, and I'll link it here or here. When it comes to presence, ladies, presence is extremely important. And it's important because you are being judged in 7 seconds. Now, the easiest way to explain presence is how you show up. It is how you walk into a room, whether you're walking in confident with your back straight and your shoulders up. Whether you are in the room, but you're crouched in the corner and your eyes are shifting back and forth because you're so afraid and it shows all over. That is part of your presence. And when you truly master the presence paradox, it shows. Now, I'm not suggesting that we all should be extroverts, where you walk into the room and you're talking, and you're gregarious and you're very charismatic. Those characteristics work for those people. But if you're an introverted person, that doesn't work for you. And if you've noticed, most of the time, the introverted people in the room are the people with the most power. If you haven't read the book Quiet, take a read. It is a fascinating book where it talks about introverts in a world where everyone's talking, and how introverts, because they're so thoughtful and insightful, they make great leaders. So ladies, when it comes to your presence, if you are an introverted person, you don't have to be the person that's talking. Because your presence, when you're being judged, it's not because you've had this verbal communication with anyone. It's how you show up. It is how you show up in terms of, again, your posture, your overall demeanor, your confidence. So practice the power of presence. And there's so many resources. I'll link a couple of books down below where it gives you more insight on presence and how you can practice it and become a master at it. The next power move is high value decision making. Most CEOs have to make decisions, and they need to make decisions very quickly based on the information that they have at hand. It is based on information and it is based on data. It is based on the environment. But what it's never based on is emotion. A power move is to take the emotion out of it. When you are emotionally vested in any situation, you tend to not be able to think clearly about the situation. You're thinking more in terms of how you feel about it. You want to take the emotion out so that you can make the best possible decision. Also, in high value decision making, you make decisions quickly. You don't waver. You don't spend time over analyzing it to the point that you are paralyzed, that you can't make a decision. When you do that, then you release your power. You lose authority when you fail to make a decision, when you fail to make that decision effectively. And then people start to wonder if you can handle things when things get rough. Can you handle those situations when things are falling apart or not going according to the overall plan? So you want to master the art of high value decision making. The next power move is selective visibility. Now, what this means is you are not that person who is constantly available, whether it is at work, in your relationships, or in your romantic relationships. You're not constantly available. Think about those people that you know, and we all have colleagues who, if there is a work event, they are the person who is the first person there, whether it is an event during the daytime, after hours, first thing in the morning, they are there. You can count on them to be there. They are the person who probably leaves the event last. These are people that, because you tend to expect them to be there, because you see them all the time, there's no mystery. And part of being elegant is the allure, the mystery that you create. When they are around so much, you get to know everything about them because they tend to talk a lot about themselves or what they're doing. So, ladies, make sure that you are practicing the art of selective visibility. You do not want to be that person who is overexposed and always there. You want to be that person that has a little bit of allure, a little bit of mystery. And you want to be that person who's selective about where you are because, think about it, if it's not adding value to you or to the group that you're going to, then you don't want to waste your time. Your time is your most valuable resource. And the time that you're wasting in all of these events where it really adds no value is time that you could be using, or time that could be spent doing something more productive, doing something that's going to add value to either you or to your organization or to the people or persons that you're involved with. Next, ladies, cultivate or become the CEO of your own brand. If you haven't watched the movie, The Devil Wears Prada, take a look at the film because in the movie, the fictional character, Miranda Priestley, she gives a master class in owning your own brand. And your brand is the narrative that you create about you. You do not want anyone else creating your brand. So it is your style, it is your presence, it is your poise, but it's also your expertise. Because if you're competent and you're an expert in your field, you want to ensure that not just you're creating that in terms of learning everything that you can in your field. When you're thinking about courses that you may want to take or seminars that you may want to take or seminars that you may want to attend, you want to be selective in terms of how you do that. And you want to make sure that it is contributing to your overall brand. Because again, you're creating the narrative about who you are. You're creating the story that you want to tell. And in that story, there are two things that you want to remember. One, that you always want to be authentically you. Because if you're not, people see it immediately and it's a turnoff for people. You want to ensure not only that you're being authentic, but the second thing is exude a level of integrity. So the next power move is financial feminine mindset. When you think of your finances, don't just think of your 9 to 5. Right? We all need our 9 to 5. Otherwise, we wouldn't be working just because. Most of us work because we have to. But think of your 9 to 5, but also think in terms of how to create additional streams of income. Most power players are people who are building wealth. They're not just focused on right now. They're focused on their futures. And what that means is you're building wealth. You're focused on your future, but as an elegant woman, you're also focused on the things that you want to enjoy throughout your life. Whether it is an experience that you want to have, you want to travel, whether it is a luxury item that you want to buy. And there's nothing wrong with buying and purchasing these things. You do what is best for you. And you don't want to wait till the end of your life to enjoy these things because life isn't guaranteed. So you want to focus on your 9 to 5, how to build additional income, and you want to focus on how you're investing. Save your money, but don't just save, invest your money because that is what's going to help you build your overall portfolio. whether you are investing in the stock market, whether you are investing in your 401k, IRAs. You want to just invest in whatever is going to increase your income, but you want to do it wisely. You're creating the mindset that you know that yes, you have your career, your 9 to 5, but on the other side of that coin, you're building wealth, you are investing, and you're playing the long game. Next, ladies, is the last power move is your overall legacy. What kind of legacy are you trying to leave? When all is said and done, what is the legacy that you've created? Build future leaders. Pay it forward. Not only are you building your career, because your career is important. It's important to all of us. But it's the long game in terms of what future leaders are you creating? How are you paying it forward? What is your legacy? What is your overall purpose? What is it that people are going to remember you by? These are the 7 power moves that most elegant CEOs make. Leave your comment down below on how you're going to implement at least one of these power moves. And also leave a comment below on some of the things that you may be doing as you start to go up that career ladder, or as you start to think about your overall power moves in the next move for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll see you next time.